Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm just gonna address a few things in this video because I've noticed that some fandoms like the Five Source fam and the Why Don't We fam are they're just attacking um, their idols, and I think it's important that we talk about this. I'm gonna talk about my opinion and what I think about this whole situation. So let's get into the video. So let's start with the Five Source fandom, and we'll talk about Michael. So apparently he said something, I think it was something racist, ages ago when he was younger, and people are sort of resurfing it and just reminding what happened, and they're sort of attacking him and telling him how awful it was. And I know like it's frustrating and it kind of hurts, and it's like it's not nice when someone says something stupid, but let's just remind ourselves that most people at that age, like, they didn't really think about what they were saying and they just said things. And it's just, I'm not trying to be mean or anything because I support Five Source and I love Michael to bits, but let's just say that at the time he was stupid. He said something stupid, okay? um but we shouldn't be resurfing it because he did apologize. He said sorry, and he does regret what he has said. So people shouldn't be bringing it up again and making extra fight. Now, another thing that's been happening is people saying fake things about Five Stars, like harassing women and whatnot, which is totally not true. And Five Stars have discussed about this because this girl, she had a situation where she was at a concert. She left to go and get some air from the venue, and then some guy touched her inappropriately from behind, and then she turned, and then you saw the back of it, and it looked like Michael. She now says that it probably wasn't Michael because they've looked into it. And this is like the first stages of when they were like huge. So this was like ages ago. And there used to be guys who would look like Luke or Michael or Callum or Ashton, and they would use the advantage so that they could try and pick on girls. Five Stars have established that when they go back on tour, which is in 2021, they're going to make sure that there's extra security, and that people feel, especially girls, feel more safer around these concerts. I'm happy that they've established this because the management team said to just talk about the tour dates and that's it, but they decided to talk about this because it's a big thing. um it's a really big thing, and I think it's important that they do address it and that they know that it's been happening and whatnot. So I'm grateful that they've looked into it and that they're going to make sure that the venues are going to be safer, because I'm going to go and see them in 2021, 9th of April, in the UK, London. I'm really excited about that, and I'm happy that they've decided to talk about the safety of their fans. Now we're going to jump into Why Don't We? And we're going to start with fat shaming. So I've been hearing that fans have been fat shaming some of the members of Why Don't We? And I just think it's disgraceful, it's disgusting. My sister has had troubles with her own body as well, the way she looks, and she's had, times where she's felt like really insecure and really awful, and there are times where she felt like starving herself to try and lose weight and whatnot. I'm not going to go into big detail, but she had a problem with it, and it's just like, it's awful to go and jump at someone and say, oh, you're fat, oh, you're this, you're that. Like, we shouldn't be doing it. And as fans, you shouldn't be fat shaming your idols. Like, you shouldn't be fat shaming, Why Don't We? And actually, you shouldn't be fat shaming anybody. I see it sometimes, people on TikTok, they'll explain like their experiences of people calling them fat and saying that they're ugly. Like, this shouldn't be happening. You know, we live in a country where there's already a lot of negativity. The one positive thing we should be doing is supporting each other, and I can't believe we're not. And I thought the definition of fans was supporting the idols, but clearly I got it wrong, because clearly in this situation fans are not supporting them, and having a go at them, and are saying nasty things. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, what can I say? I live by the rule that if I'm supporting an artist, I support whatever they do. Um, and if there's an artist that maybe has does stupid things and does things that I don't like, then I stop, idolizing them, because I know that I want to be listening to artists and people who spread positivity and who do great things, such as Five Source and Why Not We. Um, and yeah, and then we're going to talk into Corbyn, when he said some things, some racist things, and then people everyone's like attacking him and just like sending death threats. I know it's horrible, like people shouldn't be saying stuff like that. You know, we live in a country where there's a lot of racism. We live in a world where there's a lot of racism, and now with the recent events of the killing of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, it kind of, obviously people are going to resurface it because they're trying to remind that this is what you said and it's not nice, and he's apologized, which I'm grateful for, because my sister was saying how he's probably going to wait until it dies down, but I don't think it's going to die down until he apologizes. So the fact he apologized now um, means that hopefully people will sort of like let it go. I know, like, I'm not saying that he did the right thing and he said something great. No, I'm not, because I'm against racism. I'm against people who are racist. But it was a one-time thing. He probably did it when he was younger, so he probably like said stupid things. This is what artists are like. When you're young, you say things that you don't actually really mean. I mean, Callum Hood, he uploaded a picture of his private part on Twitter, and he was young then, and he regretted it. So people do things, um, but all I'm saying is that we should, instead of continuing to attack them, we should sort of like just. I mean, they've said they're sorry. Michael said he's sorry. Corbyn said he's sorry. Let's just like leave it and just support them, because you know that's what we're supposed to be doing. And let's stop fat shaming people. Let's stop criticizing people. It's already hard being, I don't know what it's like being famous, but I'm pretty sure it's hard being famous, because you have to make sure that people appreciate what you do. And if your life is always on camera, or Five Source and Why Don't We, people, they always watch what they're doing, and it's always about their life and stuff like that. And it's hard on them, because that they have to give this image. They have to try and make sure that they have a good image. And there are some artists, like some people, that they sort of fall, um, and they kind of like they fall, but then they get back up. I know I'm rambling on, but I just wanted to talk about this because I thought it was disgusting to hear about the fat shaming, and I thought it was time for people to just sort of calm down with the whole attacking Michael and Corbyn. They've said they're sorry. They've realised what they did. They've regretted it. Let's just all be happy and move on.